Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of condolences to His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan bin Mohammed Al Qasmi, member of the United Arab Emirates Supreme Council and ruler of Sharjah, on the death of Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Sultan Al Qasmi. His Majesty the Sultan sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Carlos Alvarado on the occasion of him being elected as the new President of Costa Rica. And His Majesty also sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Macky Sall of Senegal on his country's National Day. A symposium and exhibition organized by the National Records and Archives Authority on academic and intellectual research showcased a collection of historic documents on Omani's contribution in transferring knowledge and sciences to East Africa. The symposium also touches upon a number of related subjects, such as the significance of verbal history and methods of restoring documents, the role of individuals in safekeeping of important private documents, and the early stages of education. The Ministry of Education, represented by the Directorate General for Human Resources Development, organized the second forum for school administration under the title School Administration Partnership and Qualification. The forum took place at the Sheraton Oman Hotel over a period of 2 days. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
Schools administrations are the leading and most influential factor in the school work. The second forum for school administration came in line with the continuous efforts exerted by the Ministry of Education to develop the education system.
This year in particular, there is two more important themes that we are focusing on. One of these is bringing the importance of schools' role to support that issue of economic expectation of the schooling system and how schools could interact with economic issues, learning about challenges and opportunities in the same time. The other two issues is about learning environment and how it's important that schools improving the learning environment and providing opportunities for students to enjoy the learning environment.
The participants here at the conference or the symposium are principals and vice principals from all over the Sultanate, from 11 regions plus the private schools. So basically it's a forum to exchange their expertise, their ideas regarding students' achievement, regarding community service, regarding providing the best sort of education in their schools.
On the sideline of the forum, a number of schools from various governorates around the Sultanate were honored in recognition of their achievements and excellence in areas such as improving the educational environment and developing partnership with the community.
Meetings like this are very useful for us because you meet other people, you share your experience with people from all around Oman. You can learn new techniques and from these new techniques and new ideas you can take this to your school and try to improve it to better way.
It is worth mentioning that the forum aimed at linking the educational reality with the local and international economic and administrative developments. It also focused on formulating unified visions to enhance the integration between the school community and the local community in all its institutions. For the Sultanate of Oman Television English News, Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
For the first time in the Sultanate, 3 Omani designers achieved 3 silver medals in the competition of the International Designers Press Association. The headquarters of the association in the American city of Orlando grants top design awards on international level. The 3 Omani designers used Adobe InDesign, Photoshop, and Illustrator applications to design the front page of the newspaper. Designer Nasser al-Raisi achieved the silver medal for the press design entitled Natural Antibiotics. The designer Majid al-Wahabi also achieved the silver medal for his press design entitled Draft is More Dangerous Than Floods, in which he showcased draft and its impact on the world. Another Omani designer who achieved the silver medal is Arwa Zijjali for her design entitled "Mole Makes You More Beautiful." Gulf Starch Plant was opened at Sohar Industrial Estate under the patronage of His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masoud al-Sinadi, Minister of Commerce and Industry. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai.
Gulf Starch Plant, located in Sohar Industrial Estate, is one of its kind in the region. The $13 million establishment, Omani-owned factory, capable of producing vital chemical for Petroleum Development Oman's drilling operations. The Gulf Starch Plant, which was officially opened yesterday, has a quality-controlled on-site laboratory, is being operated by a local line, and it is designed using the latest technology.
Well, this is part of the value addition. It's part of our supply chain. They were able to produce a specific material for the drilling wells and the drilling equipment in the oil and gas fields. I think what's interesting is we see such a high percentage of Omanization from the start. This is very comforting. What we also saw today is we visited the lab, and the lab has been able to add value by creating new composites, adding different proportions of chemicals to produce better products at a lower cost. This would allow us to be competitive within the region, but it also allows us to open markets in areas like Africa, which we think they are going to come very soon upstream in oil and gas.
This factory is the first and only Omani manufacturer of drilling starch, which is used as a fluid loss control additive in the majority of water-based mud used in PDO's drilling operations. With 20 Omani production technicians and 20 more are expected to join, with the long-term plan is to be eventually 100% Omanized. The factory was the result of a joint partnership between PDO and local line.
We're very proud in PDO, as being the largest operator in the country, to have given full support to local line to establish this starch factory. It's the result of a very long collaboration, and we are very pleased to see it come into reality with big investment and large percentage of Omanization in the workforce. And we wish the contractor more advancement and more growth in the future.
We are very proud to have this in Oman as being the first and the largest, the first for Oman and the largest in the region, and the most advanced product comes from here, which was developed here in Oman by Omani staff and trainees and technicians. So we are very proud to have this facility, and we hope that we will be able in the future not only to supply PDO and the local market, but also to export to the region and possibly international market as well.
Today's opening is a testimony of the PDO effort and all of the involved stakeholders, the investors, the Minister of Oil and Gas, the Minister of Commerce and Industry, and the team effort we have been putting to realize the in-country value out of those manufacturing and the goods towards in the oil and gas industry.
The establishment of this plant promotes all aspects of in-country value. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, I'm Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai, Sohar Industrial Estate.
Still to come in our news bulletin. An exhibition showcasing 100 colorful paintings on nature and Pakistani arts is organized by Omani Fine Arts Society. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The UN Secretary General is joining top officials from dozens of countries at a pledging conference for war-battered Yemen, a relatively overlooked conflict that has killed thousands and created the world's biggest humanitarian crisis. Sweden and Switzerland joined the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres in hosting the day-long event, aimed at raising awareness and mobilizing resources amid a deteriorating situation in the Arabian Peninsula nation. Today's gathering will drum up funds towards UN's 2.96 billion US dollars appeal to provide assistance and protection to people in Yemen. South African opposition politician Julius Malema has visited the house of Winnie Madikizela Mandela following the death of the anti-apartheid activist yesterday. Malema, leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters Party, was met by a large group of red-clad supporters who sang and danced outside Mandela's house. Madikizela Mandela, who was the second of Nelson Mandela's three wives, will be honored with a state funeral on the 14th of April, preceded by an official memorial service on the 11th of April. Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa thanked Chinese President Xi Jinping today for Beijing's political support and pledged to strengthen ties with the Asian giant on his first visit since his dramatic rise to power last year. Xi welcomed Mnangagwa to Beijing when they met following a formal welcoming ceremony at the Great Hall of the People. Ahead of an election scheduled for August 2018 at the latest, Mnangagwa is under pressure to bring back foreign investors and resolve a severe currency shortage, mass unemployment, and dramatic price increases. Mnangagwa thanked Xi for his reception and recalled his military training in China in 1963-64. Former leader Robert Mugabe maintained warm relations with Beijing but was accused of widespread corruption. Now back to some more local news. Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan Armed Forces, received in his office General Othmar Komanda, Chief of Staff of Defense at the Republic of Austria, and the accompanying delegation. Both parties discussed a number of matters of common concern and exchanged points of views. Technical Committee on Interim Mechanism for Urban Planning has reviewed the housing scheme for Misfa South in Bosher in the Governorate of Muscat for the industrial area in order to create a commercial zone to separate the industrial area from the residential area. During the meeting, project consultants presented detailed plot scheme for governorates of North and South Al-Batina. His Excellency Engineer Saif Amr al-Shaqsi, the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Housing, presided over the committee that reviewed a number of technical and planning issues for various governorates in the Sultanate. The Omani Fine Arts Society organized an exhibition that showcased 100 colorful paintings that shed light on the nature and various Pakistani arts. The event came within the framework of cultural and artistic exchange between the Sultanate and Pakistan. It included works of 20 Pakistani artists to highlight their talents in drawing and calligraphy. His Excellency Dr. Fuad bin Jafar al-Sajwani, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth, presided over the exhibition. History of a Hero is a book that documents the march of Oman's first soccer team in the 23rd Gulf Cup, which was hosted by Kuwait from the beginning until the crowning. The book by the photographer Haytham al-Maskari reviews a group of photographs and the success of Oman's first team in achieving Gulf Cup for the second time. Haytham al-Maskari organized an exhibition in which photographs of the winners of the 23rd Gulf Cup march were exhibited. It is worth mentioning that Oman team won the first Gulf Cup on the 19th one. The launching ceremony of the book was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Abdul Mun'im al-Hsani, Minister of Information. The 10th Arabian Gulf Society of Skeletal Radiology Conference, organized by Directorate General of Khawla Hospital, concluded in Muscat. More details in the following report.
The 10th Arabian Gulf Society of the Musculoskeletal Radiology, designed to advance the knowledge of an array of indications for musculoskeletal multimodality imaging, concluded its scientific sessions.
This meeting is annual meeting of the Arabian Gulf Society of Skeletal Radiology. Actually, it's held every year in different countries in the Gulf. This is the 10th meeting. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss the advanced imaging in musculoskeletal radiology by two definitions, by diagnostic and intervention radiology that help in treatment of some disease by intervention radiology.
And participating in this society conference. So the level of expertise here for musculoskeletal care is excellent. We've been talking about ways to diagnose disease better, detect it earlier, and I think the level of expertise from your local radiologist is really amazing, and I've been very impressed with the meeting overall.
We are gathering this meeting as the third time in Oman, and third time it is the leading country among the Gulf countries, and we got this meeting annually, and this is the 10th meeting as AGSSR, Arabian Gulf Society of Skeletal Radiology. It's really well organized, and the beauty of this meeting is that we have two components of the meeting. The first day, which we did 2 sessions of workshops. There was good experience of the people presenting about the pain management. And the other thing is that the second part is the scientific meeting.
Didactic lectures combined with interactive case-based discussions highlighted common pathologies and imaging pitfalls in the diagnosis of joint, bone, limb, nerves, and soft tissues disorders. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Municipal Council of North Sharqiya discussed during their 4th meeting this year a number of work plans for institutions in private and public sectors. The meeting discussed some statistics and data needed by the Council's committee. The meeting, which was headed by His Excellency Sheikh Yahya Ahmoud Al-Ma'mari, Governor of North Sharqiya, and the head of the Council, concluded with a set of recommendations and referring some matters to the concerned public institutions and the Council committees for further studies and recommendations. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea. Winds will be northwesterly light to moderate, and seas will be maximum with a wave height of 1.5 meters. the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we enter tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. A symposium and exhibition on academic and intellectual research showcase historic documents on Omani's contribution in transferring knowledge and sciences to East Africa. 46 schools from various governorates of the Sultanate are crowned with Excellence Award in Educational Achievement. And 3 Omani designers achieved silver medals in the competition of the International Designers Press Association. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, thank you for watching and good night.